Hey, what's up? It's Y, the team captain of the CMU Rodeo team and your host for this show.
And I'm Brandon Edwards, head coach for the rodeo team and your co-host.
Now, I know the fall season is already over, and we aren't coming to you in real time like we did last year, but there just wasn't enough hours in the day for us to coordinate a time each week. But I had enough people reach out to me to ask about the show that we did decide to bring it back for you.
Well, that's right. So we're back with a full look at the fall season that we're going to bring you week by week, starting with our first rodeo, Cedar City, Utah. So let's dive in. So Southern Utah University hosted the Great American Stampede, and let's just say it was a very bad weekend to forget your muck boots. The rodeo was full of ups and downs, and one of those downs literally being Wiley's barrel horse. Despite the weather conditions, though, the Mavs started the season with a bang, having several freshmen make their short go debut.
In this show, we're bringing you the most exciting moments from the arena that kept fans on the edge of their seats. So, whether you missed the rodeo or you just want to experience it all over again, we've got you covered. Saddle up and let's dive into the wildest rides of the Great American Stampede. This is Rodeo Recorded. Joining us, I'm Wiley Mitchell.
And I'm Brandon Edwards. Let's take a deep dive into the Great American Stampede.
In the breakaway roping, we had two Mavs make the short go. Justice Jones started her final season strong by winning the long round, and with a 2.8, sophomore Kaylin Beauvais stopped the clock with a 3.4, placing her sixth. Celie Davis from the College of Southern Idaho ended the weekend on top with a 6.3 on two head. And in the tie-down roping, freshman Cole Luttrell placed 10th in the long go. His smoke and tie in the short go won the round and put him in the average number 4.
In the team roping, our Ralston Destiny teamed up with the freshman from Snow College, Thomas Louder, to place 7th in the long round. But the team of brothers from Southern Utah University, Blake and TJ Bowler, dominated their home rodeo, pulling 170 points with their time of 14 flat and 2 head. Before I pass it back to you, I just got to say that you had a pretty nice head loop, though, by the way. Good out. It was good.
Thanks, Brennan. Now, let's talk about Goat Tying University. Goat tying was, of course, the highlighted event that the Mavs dominated in at the first rodeo of the season. 5 out of the 10 qualifiers that made the short round were wearing Maverick vests. Freshman Kylie Ann Barrett started the rodeo strong, placing second in the long round with a 7.1 on a 110-foot score. Not far behind her, tied for third and fourth, with a 7.3, was freshman Morgan McGuire and Justice Jones. Mackenzie Crockett placed 7th, and Michaela Ward made it back in 10th place. Utah University standout Ashley Barrett ended the weekend on top with a 13.5 on 2, and our Kylie Ann finished behind her with a 14.4.
The barrel racing was honestly just a little dirty this year, and I'm not talking dirty fast. The mud was ridiculously deep, very heavy, and none of our Mavericks made the short go. But I do know a lot of them did throw away their muddy splint boots after they were all done, so we stimulated the economy in that round. Now, the fast time in the long round went to Utah State University Eastern Sadie Davis with a 17.7, which in that arena should be a pretty good indication of how the ground was on Saturday morning because, of course, one, the performance was canceled on Friday night, and it just got a little bit worse from there. The short go time was a 16.9 after everything dried out a little bit by Kayla Cox. The Utah State Cowgirl ended the weekend on top with an average time of 34 and 88.
Overall, our Mavs made the most out of a pretty muddy weekend, and many freshmen had a great start. So now that we've looked at each event individually, let's take a look at this week's short go photo. We had 6 ladies and 2 men representing the Mavericks. Our resident Canadian, Justice Jones, placed 3rd in the all-around for the weekend.
Now, our women's team earned reserve team honors with 280 points, falling just shy of the College of Southern Idaho and only 10 points ahead of Utah Valley University, which is actually going to be a really good snapshot for how tight the race for the women's team I think is going to be for the year.
Agreed. So now that we've talked about the statistics and the nitty-gritty details, but before we go, let's talk about some of our favorite moments from the weekend. Now, between my mare taking a swan dive and my truck breaking down, I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to you. What were some of your favorite parts?
You know, I guess I have to say this one was kind of on a personal level for me. It was really fun to see Justice out there just because to me it's an indicator of our program and how it's gone. Right now she's the very first master's student ever to make a short round at a CMU Rodeo as part of the CMU Master's program. So very fun to get her 5th year in and kind of have her go on top like that.
Awesome. And the lightning delay was kind of crazy. I mean, in my 4 years, this is the first time I've ever seen one. Does that happen in your?
That's a first in my rodeo career of ever canceling a short round. I've been to a rodeo that it was delayed maybe about 30 minutes or so, but that was probably as hard of a downpour as I've ever seen anybody try to compete in for at least the bareback riding and the initial set of breakaway roping that happened. And definitely the first one, I think everybody just had that general consensus of, we need to wait till tomorrow. This has got to stop.
It was a great day to drop in the Slack, I tell you what.
It was better, yes.
Okay, well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Thanks for joining us as we relive the highs and the lows, and don't forget to tune into the next episode for more rodeo recaps. I'm your host, Wiley Mitchell.
And I'm your co-host, Brandon Edwards.
And if you enjoyed watching this week's Why Stop Now? We'll see you on the next episode of Rodeo Recorded.